guys? Chris here, back in another video. So today's video I want to talk about like the entire lineup of Smallrig cages for the Panasonic, or for the Fujifilm X-T4. I'm also going to do this for the Panasonic S5 because I also have all of those as well. So, well, here's the thing with the cages. I think that if you're going to make an investment in some kind of camera system, you know, being that these things are, you know, this is a $2,000 system right here, I think that's probably a good idea to put a Smallrig cage on it. Whether you're going to rig this thing out to, you know, put all kinds of monitors and lights and whatnot on there, or you're just going to use it just as a regular photography camera, I think it's a good idea because, you know, you're protecting an investment, right? You've spent a lot of money on these things, and you know you want it to last you. So if you end up going out and, you know, dropping, and I tell you right now, back in what, like 2017, I bought a brand new A6500. I think it was 2017. I bought a brand new A6500, and I'm walking through. I was in Cambridge, England, and I'm walking around, and somebody bumped into me, and the camera came right out of my hand, right? So luckily for me, I had a the little wrist strap on there, and the wrist strap actually caught it. The wrist strap actually caught it, and I didn't actually drop the camera, but it was like the first expensive camera that I had ever bought, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose this camera. And ever since then, I was like, you know what, I'm putting cages on these things, and that's just the way that it's gonna be. So here is the complete lineup of the Fuji system right here. So here is the with the battery grip. You've got this cage right here with the battery grip, and I was gonna bring my laptop here, and I didn't. So I will put the actual code. So if you guys want to look this thing up, if you guys have the battery grip, and I think so. Like, you know, when it comes to battery grips, I don't really necessarily need one, but I do have a battery grip for the official battery grip for both my Panasonic S5 and the Fuji X-T4, just because you just never know when I'm going to go out and shoot all day. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be doing a wedding next year potentially, and I want to make sure that I don't run out of batteries when I'm out. And I don't mind the extra weight; it doesn't really bother me. I'm, you know, 38 and pretty strong still, so I don't mind anything. And then one great thing also about this is that, so I hate these stupid little loops that are on these. You can kind of see it here. I hate these stupid little things right here. We have to put the little metal bracket thing in there in order to hook a strap onto it. The Fuji X, these things right here, they've got loops in here, and there's one on this side as well for you know, a Peak Design, you know, camera strap or something like that. So I really like that. So I'm gonna go and kind of show you, go through and just, it's quite easy to take these things apart. You just, a couple little screws right here, and I'm not gonna put the screws into the other ones just because I just want to show you kind of, and I also have some B-roll going over the top of this so you can kind of see what these things look like, but it's quick to take these things apart. Just take a couple of screws out. Now this is the only one with 2 screws. The other one's, the single cage has got 1 screw, and then like just the hand grip, which will be the last thing I put on, only has a screw in the bottom. So, and then you go to the bottom here, and take it off, and that's it. Bam, it's off. All done. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Take the battery grip off here. Quite simple right here. And you got this little rubber thing in here you want to take off. Make sure you don't lose that. And then you get your little cover for your terminals. So make sure you do that. And then you just easily put it in here. Now some of the bigger lenses aren't going to fit through here. You're going to have to actually like take the lens off in order to connect it, but this is just the kit lens, 16 to 80. Fits just fine in all these, as long as you don't have the lens hood on. The lens hood does kind of give it a little bit of issues, but again, like, you know, these things are just really great for somebody who wants to you know, protect your camera. You make an investment in these things, and it's probably a good idea that you know, protect them. Now this one has a screw that goes right into this side, but I'm not going to put it in for, you know, purposes of this video. But you know, this one, so there is a all black version. This is kind of like a silverish version. There's an all black one that's a little bit cheaper. I think this one's like $100 normally. However, I did find this for sale on B&H Photo a few weeks back, cheaper than you can find it on, you know, regular than the black one, the regular standard one. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna jump on this one because I really like the silver one. And this one, so it gives you just a little bit better, more, you know, positive grip when you're holding it. It feels a lot better when you're holding that camera. The Panasonic, sorry, I had a bug in my. The Fujifilm isn't necessarily the most comfortable camera in the world to hold, but when you put this little thing on here, it's not so bad. But let's go ahead with the third one. Now the third one is the one I usually keep on here. The third one is just like a grip. Now, I don't have every single one because there is two versions of this. Throw this on here. There's two versions of this, and then there's a wooden one, okay? So this is the one I keep on here on a regular basis because it just gives you a little bit better grip. It's got a, you know, it's like a rubberish, like silicone type material here. And it just feels a lot more comfortable. It gives you more positive grip on the camera. It feels a lot better in your hands. Now this one doesn't have any kind of loops on there. So it's a little bit more difficult to hook a strap onto. You get one loop on the side here. I do wish they put a loop on the other side, but they didn't. It is what it is. I put like a little quick release plate on the bottom that has a thing on it. I don't know. So I can put the quick Peak Design leash on there, Peak Design camera strap. But so this one has two different versions, right? It's got one with a kind of a bracket on the side, so you can put it on a tripod vertical for portrait shots. It also protects your doors and stuff like that, but I always notice that when I have those things on, they kind of have issues like opening some of the doors, you're kind of reaching in there a little bit, so I never keep that on there, but there is a version without it, so I just bought that one. It's just, you know, just got this here. So I don't really do a lot of portraits, you know, when I'm on a tripod. I don't really use this for a tripod. I use it more for the grip. I use it more for, you know, just the handling of it, protection. This is one, you know, more of a protection one. The full cage is more of a protection thing. I have rigged this thing out before, and I put like a top handle on it, and you can get one with a record button, which is kind of nice. But for the most part, this is my photography camera. I do some B-roll with this, but mainly I just do photography with this camera. I like this camera for that kind of stuff, and I will do a review on it in the near future. I've had this for, well, I mean, I've had it pretty much since it came out. I bought the X-T4 shortly after it came out. I got rid of it, and then I bought it again because it's a really, really great camera. It really is. Same with this Panasonic S5. I actually bought it. I was the first person in England to have one. That wasn't like a big-time YouTuber or something, or a, you know, press release or anything like that. But I was the first one to go to Wex Photo Video and get one. And then I used it for about a couple of months, and I was like, no, you know what, I don't really want this anymore. I ended up going with some other camera. I can't remember, like a Canon RP or something like that. I don't even know why I would go to the Canon RP. No, I went A7C, sorry. And but then I went back to it because it's such a great camera, it really is. So Panasonic S5. But here's the full cage lineup of the Fujifilm X-T4. Now there is a wooden version with a wooden grip. But I don't know. I've had the wooden ones before for like the Sony cameras, and I just really like this silicone one. Just a lot more better, solid hand grip on it. So, but anyways, that's about it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Just a quick kind of overview of the Fuji system here of Smallrig cages. If you guys are interested in, have any questions about it, put it in the comments down below, and I'll go ahead and answer them whenever I get to it, which will be pretty quick. So, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.